The book of Genesis. It's the first book of the Bible, and its storyline divides into two main parts. There's chapters 1 through 11, which tell the story of God and the whole world. And then there's chapters 12 through 50, which zoom in and tell the story of God and just one man, Abraham, and then his family. And these two parts are connected by a hinge story at the beginning of chapter 12. And this design, it gives us a clue to how to understand the message of the book as a whole and how it introduces the story of the whole Bible. So the book begins with God taking the disorder and the darkness described in the second sentence of the Bible, and God brings out of it order and beauty and goodness. He makes a world where life can flourish. And God makes these creatures called humans, or Adam in Hebrew. He makes them in his image, which has to do with their role and purpose in God's world. So the humans are made to be reflections of God's character out into the world, and they're appointed as God's representatives to rule his world on his behalf, which in context means to harness all of its potential, to care for it, and make it a place where even more life can flourish. God blesses the humans. It's a key word in this book. And he gives them a garden. It's like a place from which they begin starting to build this new world. Now, the key is that the humans have a choice about how they're going to go about building this world. And that's represented by the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Up till now, God has provided and defined what is good and what is not good. But now God is giving the humans the dignity and the freedom of a choice. Are they going to trust God's definition of good and evil, or are they going to seize autonomy and define good and evil for themselves? And the stakes are really high. To rebel against God is to embrace death, because you're turning away from the giver of life himself. This is represented by the tree of life. And so in chapter 3, a mysterious figure, a snake, enters into the story. The snake's given no introduction other than it's a creature that God made. And it becomes clear that it's a creature in rebellion against God, and it wants to lead the humans into rebellion and their death. The snake tells a different story about the tree and the choice. It says that seizing the knowledge of good and evil are not going to bring death, that it's actually the way to life and becoming like God themselves. Now, the irony of this is tragic because we know the humans, they're already like God. They were made to reflect God's image. But instead of trusting God, the humans seize autonomy, they take the knowledge of good and evil for themselves, and in an instant, the whole story spirals out of control. The first casualty is human relationships. The man and the woman, they suddenly realize how vulnerable they are. Now, they can't even trust each other. And so they make clothes and they hide their bodies from one another. The second casualty is that intimacy between God and the humans is lost. So they go and run and hide from God, and then when God finds them, they start this game of blame shifting about who rebelled first. Now, right here, the story stops, and there's a series of short poems where God declares to the snake and then to the humans the tragic consequences of their actions. God first tells the snake that despite its apparent victory, it is destined for defeat, to eat dust. God promises that one day a seed or a descendant will come from the woman who's going to deliver a lethal strike to the snake's head, which sounds like great news, but this victory is going to come with a cost because the snake too will deliver a lethal strike to the descendant's heel as it's being crushed. It's a very mysterious promise of this wounded victor. But in the flow of the story so far, you see this is an act of God's grace. The humans, they've just rebelled, and what does God do? He promises to rescue them. But this doesn't erase the consequences of the humans' decision. So God informs them that now every aspect of their life together, at home and out in the field, it's going to be fraught with grief and pain because of the rebellion, all leading to their death. From here, the story then spirals downward. Chapters 3 through 11, they trace the widening ripple effect of the rebellion and of human relationships fracturing at every level. So there's a story about two brothers, Cain and Abel. Cain's so jealous of his brother that he wants to murder him. And God warns him not to give in to the temptation, but he does anyway. He murders him in the field. So Cain then goes on to build a city where violence and oppression reign. And this is all epitomized in the story of Lamech. He's the first man in the Bible to have more than one wife. He's accumulating them like property. And then he goes on to sing a short song about how he's more violent and vengeful than Cain ever was. After this, we get an odd story about the sons of God, which could refer to evil angelic beings, or it could refer to ancient kings who claimed that they descended from the gods. And like Lamech, they acquire as many wives as they wanted, and they produce the Nephilim, these great warriors of old. Whichever view is right, the point is that humans are building kingdoms that fill God's world with violence and even more corruption. In response, we're told that God is broken with grief. Humanity is ruining his good world, and they're ruining each other. And so, out of a passion to protect the goodness of his world, he washes it clean of humanity's evil with a great flood. But he protects one blameless human, Noah, and his family, and he commissions him as a new Adam. He repeats the divine blessing and commissions him to go out into the world. And so our hopes are really high, but then Noah fails too, and also in a garden. He goes and he plants a vineyard, and he gets drunk out of his mind. And then one of his sons, Ham, does something shameful to his father in the tent. And so here we have our new Adam, naked and ashamed, just like the first, and the downward spiral begins again. It all leads to the foundation of the city of Babylon. The people of ancient Mesopotamia, they come together around this new technology they have, the brick. And they can make cities and towers bigger and faster than anybody's ever done before. And they want to build a new kind of tower that will reach up to the gods, and they will make a great name for themselves. It's an image of human rebellion and arrogance. It's the garden rebellion now writ large. And so God humbles their pride and scatters them. Now, this is a diverse group of stories, but you can see they're all exploring the same basic point. God keeps giving humans the chance to do the right thing with his world, and humans keep ruining it. These stories are making a claim that we live in a good world that we have turned bad, that we've all chosen to define good and evil for ourselves, and so we all contribute to this world of broken relationships, leading to conflict and violence and ultimately death. But there's hope. God promised that one day a descendant would come, the wounded victor who will defeat evil at its source. And so despite humanity's evil, God is determined to bless and rescue his world. And so the big question, of course, is what is God going to do? And the next story, The Hinge, offers the answer. But for now, that's what Genesis 1 through 11 is all about.
What is Genesis 1 through 11 all about? All right, that's a good one.
And how it started. And then it's talking about how a person will come to destroy evil while dying.
Fine, yep, the wounded
The wound victory.
wooden victor. Correct. All right, friend, so ready for reading? Looks like it's was left open from yesterday. We'll take it. Boop. Christ, your life amazing. Thank you, King Jesus, that your promises still stand. Even when you step down and make covenants with messy humanity. Thank you that there's still always hope. There's glimmer of hope. I see it in myself. I see you breaking the chains of things that used to bind me. But even as I declare allegiance to you, you are my king, you are my representative. What you have done on the cross is what I've done. Like when David beat Goliath representing Israelites. What David did, the Israelites did. So you have done, oh my Mashiach, my king. I have done. I attach myself to you. I say you are my image. So I thank you. Thank you for resurrecting. Thank you for having the age embarking now. Because we can have moments of refreshment, so while we look forward to the pouring of the ultimate refreshment. Amen. David went from there and escaped to a cave remember, David's at the run. And Saul is like,
I'm jealous. I want to kill him.
I want to kill you.
Because I'm so jealous. And David's like, no, I can kill you.
David's like, run, run. Okay. David went from there and escaped to a cave at Adullam. His brothers and all his father's household heard and went down to him there. Everyone who was in trouble, or who had a creditor, or who was discontented in spirit, gathered together with him, and he became their leader. There were some 400 men with him. David went from there to Mizpah of Moab and said to the king of Moab, may my father and mother come out to be with you until I know what God will do for me. So remember I think it's his grandma-in-law, or great-grandma-in-law is Ruth. So remember how we read about Ruth and Boaz? And Boaz. Yeah. Where there's Ruth and Naomi. Ruth clinged to Naomi and said, your God will be my God, and your people will be my people. But she's still a Moabite. And so now David actually goes back. He's on the run, so he actually goes back to Moab. These are like,
his old family.
yeah. Isn't that funny? So David went from there to Mizpah and Moab and said to the king of Moab, may my father and mother come out to be with you until I know what God will do for me. So he led them into the presence of the king of Moab, and they stayed with him all the time David was at the stronghold. But the prophet God said to David, you shall not stay in the stronghold. Go take yourself to Judah. So David went and came to the Chereth forest. Saul heard that David and the men with him had been discovered. Saul was sitting under the tamarisk at Gibeah on the height, with his spear in his hand and all his servants standing with him. Saul said to his servants staying with him, do listen, Benjamites. To all you would Jesse's son give fields and vineyards? Will he make all of your commanders of thousands or commanders of hundreds? Because all of you have conspired against me. There is no one who informs me when my son covenants with Jesse's son. There is none of you who cares about me or informs me when my son has made my servant into someone lying in wait for me this very day. Doeg the Edomite, who was standing with Saul's servants, declared, I saw Jesse's son come to Noab to Amalek, son of Ahitub. Amalek inquired of Yahweh for him, and gave him provisions, and gave him the sword of Goliath the Philistine. So the king sent to summon Ahimelech, son of Ahitub, the priest, and all his father's household. The priest at Nob. All of them came to the king. Saul said, do listen, son of Ahitub. He said, here I am, my lord. Saul said to him, why have you and Jesse's son conspired against me, and giving him food and a sword, and inquired of God for him, so that he can arise and lie in wait for me this very day? Ahimelech answered the king, but who among all your servants is as trustworthy as David, the king's son-in-law, commander of your bodyguard, and honorable in your household? But the king said to the runners staying with him, turn and kill Yahweh's priest, because their hand is also with David. They knew he was fleeing, and they did not inform me. But the king's servants were not willing to raise their hand to strike Yahweh's priest. So the king said to Doeg, you turn and strike the priest. Doeg the Edomite turned, and he was the one who struck the priest and killed them that day. 85 men wearing the linen ephod. He struck down Nob, the priest's city, with the edge of the sword, men and women, children and babies, oxen and donkeys and sheep, with the edge of the sword. Verse 22 to 23, really how Abiathar, Ahimelech's son, escapes to David, who realizes the massacre came about because of him. David attacks the Philistines who are raiding the Judite city of Keilah, and escapes an attempt by Saul to capture him there, and escapes subsequent attempts in the Ziph wilderness. Those moments when the Bible gets super...
Really,
Yeah, it's not clean hands stuff happens.
No.
What's up, Edel Moyer? Welcome. So it's right now, we're reading, so welcome, my friend. I want to read commentary, and then I'll be back to game, and we could talk. But for right now, I'm got focus. Yep, that's what I mean. Focus on the reading. The other day, a student was discussing.
Wait.
The other day, a student was discussing his future plans with me. And if you're wondering, this is commentary. This is Bible that we just read. And the commentary is writing by John Golden Gay. He helps us understand through some thoughts what the heck we just read. The other day, a student was discussing his future plans with me. He believed God was telling him that he should stay at the seminary for another year to do further courses to improve his chances of getting into a doctoral program. But he should then apply to our seminary for doctoral study. and that in order to focus on his study, he should give up his current job and take on something more part-time. I nodded sadly, but inside I rolled my eyes. What gives people the impression that God guides them over such matters? The Bible does not say so. If I ask them this question, as I sometimes do, they reply that surely God is a loving Father who is interested in the details of our lives. And I respond by affirming that surely God is surely our Father is indeed passionately interested in the details of our lives, as I am passionately interested in the details of my sons' lives. But my interest doesn't mean I want to tell my sons what decisions to make. I want them to live like adults, and they have to live with the consequences of their decisions. They need to make them, because God is a loving Father. He wants us to live like adults, and generally leaves us to make our own decisions. There are exceptions. I have occasionally believed God was giving me guidance of that kind. And for all I know, that student may be right in thinking that God was giving him guidance about the details of his life, which is another reason for me to keep my eye rolling inside my head. The story of David's escapes, which I summarized at the end of the scriptural translation above, shows how there can be exceptions to that rule. David hears that the pesky Philistines are raiding Keilah and plundering its harvest. Keilah was one of the places in the borderlands between Israelite territory and Philistine territory. The borderlands between the mountain and the plain that extends inland from the Mediterranean nowadays, Keilah is thus on the border of the West Bank in Israel proper. So it's a Judahite city in a vulnerable location. Now the one priest who had escaped the massacre at Nob had brought the ephod with him. Ahimelech and Abiathar were descendants of Eli, the priest at Shiloh. If they were based at Nob, not far from Shiloh, and the ephod was there. Evidently, Nob had replaced Shiloh as the key sanctuary in the area. The Old Testament elsewhere refers to the sanctuary as Shiloh being destroyed. So maybe this had happened in the course of the conflict between the Israelites and the Philistines, though 1 Samuel doesn't tell us about how that happened. Abiathar's bringing the ephod means David can ask God whether he is to go and attack the Philistines who are troubling Keilah, and God's answer is affirmative. His men point out that this is a dangerous proposal, so David consults God again, and God confirms that things will work out okay. They do. The people of Keilah are presumably grateful, and David and his men settle there for a while. Being glad of somewhere friendly where they can get a burger and a shower, Saul hears about this and comments, God has delivered David into my hands. Because a city with gates and the other kind of bars is easy to besiege. But his pronouncements about what God intends come simply from his own calculations. David hears that Saul is planning to come and again consults God about whether Saul will actually come. Yes. And whether that will lead the people of Keilah to panic and surrender David. Yes. So he gets out of there. So sometimes God does guide people about the details of what they should do. How does God decide when to do so? How do you know when to ask God what you should do? The story suggests two insights. One is that there is something special about David. He is the man after God's heart. That is the man God has chosen. So when we hear people say he is the man after God's heart, it's a lot about God choosing, which usually helps people be focused about Yahweh, but it's not because David had any special
Powers.
he's like a unique kind of person.
Not like in the one picture where he has hockey or something.
Yeah.
Like, always coming.
He's chosen to bring about God's purpose, and God's purpose is to bless the nations. He has a distinctive place in God's purpose as the person God intends to use as a king, which is significant for you and me because what God is doing in Israel relates to the fulfillment of God's purpose for you and me. It is in that connection that God deals with him in ways that may not apply to me or you. We might be tempted to be jealous and resentful. Why doesn't God use me and thus relate to me as God did with David? We might be wise to be glad that this is so, because, like Saul, having a place in God's purpose is a mixed blessing. David is not a happy man, and he will get unhappier. I'm glad I'm not David. The encouragement in the story is that if ever God needs to guide you in order for you to fulfill your place in God's purpose, God will do so. The other insight is that even David doesn't ask God what to do every 5 minutes. Usually he makes his own decisions, take responsibility for his own and his men's destiny. After escaping from Keilah, he runs from the hills. He runs for the hills. Run to the hills. Once again, without showers or burgers or bars. God is protecting David, but there is no reference to supernatural guidance in this bit of the story. David just uses his human acumen, admittedly that can bring other problems, as the massacre at Nob shows. David knows the massacre issued from his action, We make decisions and we sometimes can't see their implications. Two other things work in David's favor. One is a visit from Jonathan, which was presumably risky on the part of the man whose father had just now thrown a javelin at him for taking David's side. Jonathan strengthens his hand by Yahweh, reaffirming that things are going to work out, that God will protect him, that he will end up as king. The other is that when Saul goes looking for him, God did not give David into his hands, contrary to what Saul thought. At one point, David's men are going along one side of the mountain, and Saul and his men are going along the other side, about to close in on David. But messengers come to Saul to tell him about another Philistine raid, and he has to give up his pursuit. David could not have manipulated Jonathan's friendship and loyalty or a Philistine invasion at the right moment, but chance, events, in which God was not directly involved, work in David's favor, and one can imagine that God is glad. All right, friend. We can start. How's life today? Family, all that stuff. Put on my headphones. I'll have to check my phone. I'm getting messages like crazy. Well, I'll just keep praying that your family dynamic gets better, my friend. Christ, you're amazing. You're good. May we all live like you lived, where you ruled by serving, where we are eating together, drinking delicious food and beverage, eating delicious food, drinking delicious beverage together at peace, declaring your blessing. Thank you, King Jesus, for your death and resurrection, for making this possible. Amen. He's just watching the stream. A friend asked me about laptops and deals and things like that, so. Ah. Ooh. For your map? With your randomize-ish map? I'm excited to try it whenever you're done with it. Ooh. All right. I have a friend who's looking at laptops, so I was giving him pointers. All right, let's do this. Mm-hmm. It for right now. Oh, must have actually sold it. Darn it. Yeah, why not? Let's sell what I have. More money. More money. Oh, nice. That's really cool. I always love it when don't have to keep on debugging. I'm in a good place now just to go full. Oh. Someone just straight damage. Woo! Why not? Any boots? All right, what do we have here? Stamina, armor, armor. Yeah, sadly, I wish I can, but that 100% damage right there is. Ooh, that sounds fun. Sounds like you're trying to kill the people who are playing your game. Oh. Or is it a trap that the people play? Huh. Eh. I have no reason to do that. More than enough, Mom. I like that. You can tell I don't like my hard games or anything. Let's see what we can do. What's my lucky hit at? 5. Meh. Ooh, this is hard. Hmm. Yeah, no. Whew. Hello there. Ooh. For right now. Evil. Wait, they're like... Okay, 100 is the max. Okay. So much fun. Man. Got so much money. Do it. Oh, I forgot to sell that. There we go. Bosses. Oh, no, I'll take a potion. Helmets. Woo! Oh. Whew. Hmm. Why not? Do a better companion. Whew. Serious. Pretty much. And I am such pure evil. Where are they? Nee, nee, nee. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Love it. Man, that is quite the spell. Here we go. Have enough for both? I don't. Atonement, a melee crit chance. Oh yeah. Nice. Nah. Ah! Go. Oh gosh. Woo! Thirteens. Here's supreme evilness. Well, yeah, I guess so. There's the hell, which you become like the ultimate supreme evil. I guess for a good bit. Go bandit now. Switch that. Okay. Money. I'm gonna try defeating him, but then drink the Ichor after and see what happens. Makes me wonder if I need to drink the Ichor to unlock the key. Yeah. First level shop is always terrible. Usually first level events are pretty terrible also. Oh no, let's check it out. Ooh, it's actually not bad. It's like a full health. Alright, let's do a companion. Okay, poison, movement speed. Until I get a element, I can level up. I can put movement speed towards actual damage of a weapon. A good lesson learned. I just love taters. So put taters in anything, man. Samwise Gamgee was on something. Potatoes, potatoes. Boil, smash them, stick them in the stew. Boil, smash them, stick them in the stew. So counts toward. You know what? I started. I have a free one. I'll hit it. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh man, they're just delightful. You know, us Americans, we love our fries so dang much. Like any and everywhere that's worth its salt serves fries. What do I need? Oh, I need to go into the bad place with them. All right. Yeet! Wow. Make them? Like in the oven, or you actually will deep fry them? Oh, wow. That's crazy. It's like... Yeah. We don't... We want fries, we go somewhere to get fries. We don't do any... Like, we'll bake them, but we don't deep fry at all here. We go to a place to deep fryers. We don't deep fry. I know. Blood, I think there's a debuff. It was an ailment. I bet it's an ailment. Oh yeah, ailment, not a debuff. All right. Chain lightning sounds fun to do. Oh. That's very fascinating. Got so much money. And melee. Oh, well. Hmm. Let's do charm. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know I picked that. What's up, Legend? Hmm. You know, Greed. Greed build might be the best for him. Hold on to that helmet until I get the Greed touch. How you doing today, friend? Let's get more soul hearts. Oh, he got me. Oh man, I just keep walking into. Oh, you're destroyed. Walking straight bullets. Acts of despair.
Whoa!
Oh man. Hey, pay more attention. Stop running into things. Alright, I guess I'll have to have that equipped. Should I do any... Yeah, I think... Been told, I haven't seen it yet, but there's a really good HBO series called, I think it's called XC. Very rated mature, but pretty much the point of it that I've like heard from people talk about is, sadly in our world, like there's a lot of substances we're taking to make ourselves feel better, and then we're hooked on that, and there's a lot of unhealthy practices. I didn't know that was happening a lot in Poland. Like vaping here in the United States is like, what can I say? People who like it's something you make fun of. Like, oh, they vape. Like it's more of a, it's like a this, what's the word? Yeah, it's just American, at least American, well, general American society looked at people who vape like, yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised by smoking. Dude, Albania, Holanta, that's, it's like even that, like everywhere. Anyone, almost anyone, everyone smokes in Poland. It's really interesting. Yeah, I don't need this right now. Oh, wait, I do need to spend money. Yeah, I think. Why not? Let's level it up. Okay. What are you? Duration, a mana burnout. Take that for right now. Yeah. Modifier Dex. Might go. I do the guns. Ooh. Oh. The interestingness of are you offhander? fire damage. Oh, here we go. What does speeder do? Let's do that because I can have more speeders, more power. You know what? This is just flat out better. Interesting. That takes no modifications. 4, 5. Actually, just hold on to that. What are you? Your lucky hits. Intimidates. Me doing black market things. Yeah, I'll wait. Me rock the power of the railgun. All right. It's gonna burn. Yes, no law for me. No law and order for me. That's a... Yeah. Yeah, like I said, nothing too much. Intelligence. Let's go toward more set items. That's strength. Alright, I'll just max it. Let's do it. Tavern. Offhand accessory. Ooh. Man. Give me everything besides what I want. You're worth the most, so I'll sell you. Finally. There we go. Hello, damage. Yeah, let's... Oof. Okay, now I got tuxedo, got that. Okay, I don't think I need any more. Yeah, I don't need any more sets. I got my set. See if I get the money gun. Ooh. I'll pick it up to sell. Yeah, it's an interesting intersection. Makes sense. Well, let's see. Sadly, things have been pigeonholed into one or the other. And then you only get people who are just here because of Jesus, and you only get here people who are just for the games. Like when it's a missionary, and so I'm always trying to, you know, speak to the people who don't cling to Jesus. And then also to be what's the word? To be, my brain's not working right now. Yeah, to be, what's the word? Encouragement to people who do clean Jesus. Woo! It's all garbage. Ay, ay, ay. Goodbye, leather gloves. Sell you. What is my luck chance at? Woo! 85%. Happy. How did I get +6? Crit. Should I do crit lucky hits? Do it. Oh, ow. Alright, sorry, blacksmith. Sell that. What's in the box? It's a flower. It's called a tiny rogue. Tiny rogues. Why not? Oh. All right. How's life, Hello Flower? Welcome. Ooh. Almost saw my speeder. It's absolutely mining, selling everything. Yes! It's the gunchucks! I love this weapon so much. I'm definitely getting that. Of course it is. Huh? All right, I'll be right back. Also, Char, we're at time, my friend, to go through step. I'll be right back, my friends. I wonder if it's a G's choosingeden.org. I can see it happening. Oh, that makes me happy. Listen, I don't want to say it's OP, but it's just fun. They're called gunchucks, and so they're nunchucks with guns attached to the ends. Oh man, makes me chuckle. Ooh, and they're happy. Give me the lucky hit I need. Choosingeden.org? Yeah, it is mine. I wonder if someone reported as fraud. I can see someone trolling doing that. Oh, it's a railgun. Here. Sally. I don't know if it's going to be able to match the numbers. You're doing pretty well. What is that? I've never seen this weapon before. Oh. The boom laser. Ooh. Never seen that. It's only level 2 and it's magic. I guess it won't hurt to try it. Precise? Let's try it. Let's look at the numbers. 1, Yeah, right now this is just flat out better because my highest number is you're breaking the chrome. My commander! I shall avenge you. Alright. Oh, put this back on. This is just flat out better. Sally Gunchucks, you're so cool. Yeah, I don't know why I'll say that. Whoa. Hello, numbers. Hello, numbers. Is it literally level 7? That's some crazy big numbers. Evil. I am considered pure evil at this point. Really sad the gunchucks right now are just not holding up to numbers compared to the other gun. Alright, I'm pure evil now, so I can use my souls to get some health. How's my... Yeah, my load is exactly at... Yeah, see. It's a lot longer to take him out, Sally, with that gun. Sure, why not? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Keytar. Sweet. Okay. All right, let's see this weapon. You know. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Huh. Maybe you guys keep trying to connect it. It made Chrome go, we need to look at our resources on this website. I'm not. Oh. While wielding this weapon, your dexterity and strength equals the higher value of the two. Oh. Better than... It is, I mean, I just need to upgrade it, but technically it is better. Because what it does on scaling, it makes my dex and strength the same number, which means bigger numbers. Just need to... Oh man, I have to get so close though. That... like that. Sure. Oh. I'm out of. Oh. Two, 4, 1 to 49. Actually, Sally, the railgun is still kicking his butt in numbers. Aw, thanks, Game Legend. So kind of you. always, yeah. Helps a lot. I get a legendary weapon. Okay, I need a pawn shop. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, this is gonna be spicy. Oh, another legendary, guaranteed legendary. Man, I'm getting all the guaranteed legendaries. I mean, yeah, I'm at like 2 HP, so I do. Eee!
Die.
Oh. Huh. Weird. Yeah, 300% damage is 300% damage. Yeah, I can't. Okay, which one? Here we go. Oh, no, that's my followers. Really interesting. Maybe Polish. Poland doesn't like my my website. I'm gonna sell it. I just don't know which one to get rid of. I'm gonna get a big chopper. All right, let's. Merlin's boots. Oh, the piano is worth a lot because it's of the purple rarity. Oh, Merlin's beard. No, I decided I'm just going to do on normal and just beat it all. Say, it's been a lot easier to beat it on normal difficulty. Who would have thought? Eee! Eee! What do you mean there are things on it? Oh, probably just meat. It's just a big chunk of meat. Name Cert. Huh. I don't know. See if I get it. I don't know. Oh, there it is. So I don't know. Increased damage. More numbers. LA stats. Yeah, except I like my wedding ring. I'm a married man. What's up, Starlight? Ah, that'll be it. I guess that. I always love this part of the game when like early level bosses become like the I was loving like early level bosses become like your normal mooks. Have you guys ever played Dragon Age Origins? Happens with the big ogres once you're in the forest. Eee! 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 I'm probably gonna lose this. Ow! Keep thinking I'm not in the circle. Oh! What is my some fancy gloves? Ooh. Ooh. Doom.
You have to drop something.
I know.
Drop the piano. Don't need piano.
Well, it's easy because I'm playing on normal. You watch me hit my face against the game. Oh no. 300%.
Just keep doing percent damage, and if you need it, then you can take it off and put it back on. How about that?
Okay. Perk. Class. Make sure there's no secrets. I got a key. Oh. Something got me. Dragon scale shield. I mean, sure, but it's not like I get... we'll take a refill. Tantalizing. Just heads up, Logan. Most people are on the other space. If you're... trying not to be too direct where the other conversations happen because not Google, Twitch might get at me. But, oh, cool. Oh, darn it. Stray bullets. Get so focused that. Alright. Is there no... Check the shop. I only have 13. Alright, let's... Kind of... I mean, it's not like I'm going to be selling anytime soon, so I'll just get that for right now. Have more dodges when... Last guy. I don't know if I'm going to make this game. Oh, yep, this run's probably done for me. I'm out. Oh, I should have saved my souls. Oh, it's a bad move. Also, the reason why that seemed easy because I killed him faster before he goes through this whole bullet hell stage, and then when the music actually gets really cool. I love the boss music, and it's the only down part of killing him so fast is you missed out on the music. Oh, it's how I didn't have the souls to heal. You need 10 souls to heal. Oh, did I have a flask? Oh, and now I feel like a silly goose. Oh, that's so funny. I thought it was out of flask. That's a jolly good show. All right. So I just tried the bandit. The Amon as the warrior. Do that? Oh, I see, as the warrior. You're the hero. You're the warrior. Same here. The round was okay. I was just having a hard time, like making synergy happen. I was too across the board in my builds. Need items in the shop. That'll be fun. Oh, come on. Well, of course, there's another chest. Probably get the thing where lock sellers don't have lock chests for that moment. Harp. Oh, if I remember right. Yep. For weapon upgrade. All right. Catch you later, Starlight. Good night. Good night, my Polish friend, Adeline Warrior. It was nice meeting you, Starlight. I'll catch you another time. Bombs. You get ready to read? All right, let's do it. All right, my friends, if you're new here, gosh, I think everyone it's like one of those things where we feel like if we just keep getting deeper and deeper into our passions, that for some reason we truly believe that we'll reach happiness and be fully complete human beings. But where are the fully complete human beings? So I even look at myself, like as I play video games, I need something more and beyond me. And so right now we just take a moment to look at the ancient literature, the First and Second Testament, and look how the God of the universe, Yahweh, has made the world and has stepped into the world and partners with humanity and the messiness of that. And since humanity is so messy, we needed a God King, and that God King is Jesus. And he took our messiness on him. And because he was innocent, the messiness could not hold him down to death. The messiness, the death that we deserve, it could not hold him down. And he resurrected. And so he gives us a resurrected life now and the future resurrected life. And we are free to live life for the other and find true peace, true shalom in him. So welcome, my friends, as we wrestles ourselves out. Because all humanity's been inward. That means we generally think about ourselves, and we all just have these always inclination for self-destruction. We keep trying to define good and bad on our own. We need someone else, not just rules and laws, but we need another person. And I'll say that person's King Jesus. So welcome, my friends, as we read the ancient scripture. Now we go through the work of the Old Testament for everyone and the New Testament for everyone. What it is, it's translated to a very easy, like a lot more easier to understand, and honoring the ancient texts, ancient language, and also gives the commentary on what the heck we just read. So they explain to us like what the heck we just read to help make it more understandable. All right, you ready, friend? Christian, learn from amazing. Thank you for your goodness. As we read the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us what it means to them in their time, and also what the hell it means in 21st century. Post your death and resurrection. I'm in the Western culture where we do not think Eastern. We do not think how the people around your time thought and wrote. But please, may we humble ourselves and not shove our Western idealism on the scripture, but let the scripture speak to us and challenge us. Wonderful name, amen. Fool by name and fool by nature. 1 Timothy 24, verse 1 to chapter 25, verse 44. 1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 1 and 25 to 1 relates how David declines a chance to kill Saul and then tells of Samuel's death. There was a man in Mon whose business was in Carmel. The man was very wealthy. He had flocks of 3,000 and 1,000 goats. He was shearing his flocks in Carmel. He was shearing his flocks in Carmel. The man's name was Nabal. His wife's name was Abigail. The woman was intelligent and beautiful. The man was hard and an evildoer. He was a Calebite. In verse 4 through 9, David sends some of his heavies to Nabal with the hint that he might offer some protection money. But Nabal answers David's servants, "Who is David? Who is Jesse's son? There are many servants running away from their masters today. Shall I take my bread and water and the meat I have slaughtered from my shears and give them to men who are from I don't know where?" In verses 12 to 17, in response, David assembles a posse, and someone tells Abigail what is going on. Abigail hurried to get 200 loaves, 2 skins of wine, 5 dressed sheep, 5 measures of roasted grain, 100 blocks of raisins, and 200 blocks of figs. Put them on donkeys, and said to her boys, "Go ahead of me. There, I am coming after you." She did not tell her husband Nabal. When Abigail saw David, she hurried to get down from the donkey and fell on her face before David and bowed to the ground. When she fell at his feet, she said, "The waywardness is on my own, my lord. May your servant speak to you. Listen to your servant's words. My lord should please not give his attention to this worthless man, to Nabal, because he is the same as his name. Stupid is his name, and stupidity goes with him. Do you bear with your servant's presumption? Because Yahweh will definitely make for my Lord an enduring household, because my Lord is fighting Yahweh's battles, and wrong will not be found in you as long as you live. When someone arises to pursue you and seek your life, my Lord's life will be bound up in the bundle of the living with Yahweh your God. But the life of your enemies he will hurl away, as if it is, in the midst of a sling's hollow. David said to Abigail, Yahweh, the God of Israel, be praised, who sent you this day to meet me. Blessed be your good judgment, and blessed be you yourself, who restrained me this day from coming to bloodshed and achieving deliverance for myself by my own hand. When Abigail came to Nabal, there he was having a feast in his house, a feast like that of a king. So Nabal was in a good mood and was very drunk. She did not tell him anything small or great until morning dawned. In the morning, when the effect of the wine had left Nabal, his wife told him these things, and his heart died inside him. He turned to stone. Some 10 days later, Yahweh struck Nabal, and he died. Verses 39 to 44 relate how David marries Abigail. He had also married Ahinoam, but Saul had given Michal to someone else. So remember, he's running away from Saul. So near where he's hiding, there's this dude who has plenty. 3,000 sheep, right? And 1,000 goats. He's living well. He's definitely someone who has a lot. And so David goes, we've been around you, protecting you. To keep protecting us, to keep protecting you, please. We need some come on. Help us out. And he he responds to them pretty harshly. He's like, you're dumb. Get out of here. And so then he sends his posse and be like, he's like, this is not how you respond to me. That's not cool. And so he went out about to make war. But Abigail ran ahead with all the goodies to calm his anger spirits. Which is a really weird story to read. It's like, so we'll see. Yeah. You sometimes wonder how on earth a certain woman ended up marrying a certain man, but sometimes you can see that a couple are a good match. My office is located between the offices of two of my married colleagues. I joke that my job is to keep them apart during work hours. They met as students at the seminary, went off to do graduate work together elsewhere, then both came back to teach. They are terrific people and a great match. Yet, I don't know what their parents thought about their marrying. When my wife's parents discovered who I was, they didn't think much of the match. She was going to be a doctor, and I was a mere pastor. When my parents discovered who took my sister wanted to marry, they didn't think much of that match either, and he did abandon her, pregnant after 2 or 3 years. Oh, that's hard to read. It looks as if Nabal was a good catch in economic terms, but that was all. His name says everything. Nabal is one of the Hebrew words that means fool. When the Old Testament talks about fools and folly, it does not refer merely to low scores on stats. Folly lies in refusing to live in the real world, failing to pay attention to reality that includes God and God's expectations of humanity. So, when Scripture talks about someone being a fool, it doesn't mean like they're not book smart. It's not talking about but it's talking about how do they take care of their neighbor? Are they wise in dealing with the people around them? Yeah, and so it's like when I go and talk to someone on the phone, being a fool will be every time on the phone, my response to people is not in kind and very agitated and always making enemies of everyone around me. While a wise person is sharing and always trying to make peace and good nature with all his neighbors. Nabal was a fool by name and fool by nature. Admittedly, there are several Hebrew words that could lie behind the name Nabal. One of them is the word for a guitar. I imagine it was not Nabal fool that his parents had in mind when they named him. Perhaps his father was a good guitarist, and they hoped Nabal would be. But the name turned out to be curiously apt, because it had this other meaning. In some sense, Nabal must have been shrewd. Otherwise, he will not have done so well as a sheep farmer. but perhaps he was unscrupulous. Israelite life was not designed to work in such a way that some people ended up as big sheep farmers who controlled the destiny of ordinary families. But one way or another, Nebel had managed to evade the constraints of the Torah. Maybe that fact links with the comment on his being a Calebite. Caleb is himself a hero in the Old Testament story, but he was not by birth an Israelite, so maybe it is inappropriate to assume that he was bound by the Torah. So remember how we talked about Caleb, who was one of the spies who got it right? Like his name meant dog in Hebrew. He got it right. But it looks like this guy being a Calebite, so being a descendant, they don't know if he was bound by the Torah. Given the description of Nebel as hard and an evildoer and morally stupid, there might be another implication in the description of him as a Calebite, because the name Caleb is also similar to the Hebrew word for a dog. Abigail had another sort of intelligence. She knew how to relate to an outlaw like David. She recognized that you don't mess with a guy like David who is prepared to take desperate and ruthless measures in order that he and his gang can survive when they have to live outside the law. Further, she has the religious insight that her husband lacks. If they belong on the margins of Israel, then she joins people such as Rahab and Caleb, who were not Israelites but came to recognize and submit to Yahweh's action more clearly than some Israelites one could name, such as Saul. So David and Abigail make a marvelous and potentially fiery match. Both of them good looking, shrewd and insightful about what God is doing, and capable of seeing what is in their interest and going for it. There is no suggestion of a love match. David is never said to love a woman, and the chapter closes by telling us about some of David's other marriages. For David, there was no link between love and marriage, and neither is there any suggestion of such a link for Abigail. Whereas we have been told that Michal loved David, but then she lost him. We are not told that Abigail loved him any more than she loved Nabal, but then she did get David, or at least part of him. She can see how events in Israel are developing. She can see that God is involved, and she does have her eye to what is in her interest. You know, what's interesting is, like in our time, everything's all about love, and marriage is like, do you love him? Like, but in the ancient, it was more about, there is love, but there's also marrying out of self-interest, which is hard to read because it goes against everything that my culture is all about. All through the story of human shrewdness, calculation, and stupidity, God is again at work bringing about fulfillment of the intention to keep David safe so he can eventually be king. We can see that process in what happens in Nabal. The story declares that God struck Nabal so that he died. This makes one wonder why God didn't strike Saul so that he died, which will make it possible for the story to cut to the chase. Yet the story also implies that the post-mortem would have revealed nothing odd about Nabal's death. He was a hard worker, a hard eater, and a hard drinker. Another of those words that his name could remind you of is the word for a skin of wine, which also features in the story. Then he had a major fright, and it was all too much for his heart. God used that collection of facts and events as God used Abigail's shrewdness. In addition, David is able to point out with some heartlessness that God has thereby gotten rid of someone who insulted David, while also restraining David from getting blood on his own hand in doing so. Scripture gives the impression that God sometimes intervenes and does things that would have the coroner wondering why that happened. But once more, we see how God also works through ordinary human processes, decisions, and chances. All right, friend, we can start. Yeah. Yes, Char? Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I also love hearing it from a perspective like John Goldingay, because it's challenging me more to see the authors in their perspective and their culture than me like taking my cultural lenses and interpreting everything through that. Yeah, I mean, it'll suck if you were born and your parents intended your name to be full. Just, you know, something about Hebrew is usually how it works is there's a root, and then like how you arrange the letters around it determines meaning. And so, yeah, it's just, but it's also guessing, like maybe he had a wrong. But then also, like in Hebrew, like they can have an actual name, but then through the story narrative process, they could just be giving him a name. It happens all the time. You know what? We'll do a lucky hit build. If I'm going to get the if I'm going to get luck of the rainbow on my head, might as well do it. You love the cha-cha-cha. That's the fun weapon. Cha-cha-cha. So the question is, which one has the highest? Tomahawk. Well, actually, the harp is just rare. What is it about the harp? Oh, lucky hit, chance. I see. So I want that. So now I go, what is worth the most money? They're both worth money. Oh, wow. Gotta set that early. Pretty crazy. Top of the morning to ya. Well, I guess. No. I wonder what new set they'll throw at me. Usually most setups require a helmet. I probably can't. Yeah. I ooped. A legendary, eh? Ooh. What do these gloves do? Your ruthless hits are crushing hits and vice versa. Huh. Well, I wonder if I can. I bet I could get some ruthless hits and crushing hits out in here. It's a good. Yeah, the For Everyone series, it helps. Yeah, it helps the. I'm so thankful that coming across this series, and it's been just a huge. I know my brain space is better and healthier since I've started the study process. Frame my brain towards biblical mindset of how it sees wisdom in life. Like, I know I'm healthier and better than I was, 3 years ago when I first started. When I started reading N.T. Wrights and John Golden Gaze. N.T. Wrights, and then All Test Everyone was probably a year after that. Bible story. Is that this one that I think the one that Saddleback Church does, right? I think I've seen some of those with my daughter. Oh. Okay. Oh, I forgot to sell the Tom with the hand axe. That's hilarious. Oh. Wow, everything's a lot cheaper. Why not? Better than nothing. Yeah, so when after 30 minutes, we then do our adventure, and then when we get back, we have to do 2 sections. So once a day, he can use, I call it the Battle Project card, or it takes over a section of rating. He may get another one if our friend Jason joins us. So when Jason joined us, he could use another Battle Project card if he wants to. So you can only have generally only 1 Battle Project card, but if Jason gets yours, he gets 2 Battle Project cards. Which we love. The visuals help so much. Oop, I guess I got hit. Big fan. Actually, from Portland. John, Tim Mackey, and forgetting the other guy's name now, John something. Man, garbage. Hello there. Socks or sandals? I love it. It intimidates everyone. Everyone panics and fears when they see someone rocking sandals and socks. Oh, darn it. Let's get more souls. I have to... I got evil. curious. 4. I'm wondering if it'll give me like a round where I don't get hit at all. So next one if I can. If it'll make it so that the bosses offer 5 items, which I just want to see. I don't know why. Charm. Still needs to be attuned. Still attuning. Alright. Suppression. I don't think I do any debuffs. Save it. Ooh, Royal Armory. Oh, like, I see. Like intimidate, that's an emotion. I see. Ah, this is just I love it. Gonna turn his game pretty full. Ooh. I'm hoping to get it. I love it. It's fun. But I can have better. I feel it in my bones. Oh, darn. Oh, this part. Wait, what? Oh, I guess I have to enter it. Okay. Okay, there. So next one I should have more options. Flip flops, baby. In high school made me so proud. That's all I ever wear in high school. Those flip flops. Oh, darn it. Oh, let's get a weapon. Oh, man. Okay. Getting way too close. No time to react. Play the bullet hell shuffle. Bazooka. Huh? How it is, my friend. Heal up. What? That's that. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, Charlie. Let's do this. Try this one. Ooh. Oh, that's... Come on. Oh. Being a silly goose. Put my headphones on. Oh. I'm not even in the right... Yeah? I love your 1-bit there, Loga. Alright. So I did warrior. I'll do the ranger. Apparently I have +1 invade. Oh, steps to go. Sorry, I don't think let's say that's Spanish. So apologies, I don't know Espanol. I think it's how it's said. But I have Logan for. Thanks, Logan. Here, 180 radiant. Technically better, even though I don't have the scales for it right now. Ooh. There's a lot of range stuff. That is really good. A lot of range stuff that actually scales with staying still. Ooh. Tell my friend, you stick yourself to it and you can do it. That's really cool. Proud of you. That's awesome. Royal Nimbus! Oh, I was thinking, so that's close range. Doesn't matter. Have any armor? Oh, I'm happy you're still here, friend. Are you playing Roblox right now? Mm. Ah. You played Box Free at all? That's what all the people behind me like to play. When it gets fun, because it becomes get all the bullets. Hmm. Do I have a weapon here? Do that. There we go. That. Oh, it homes. Hey. No, oh, I followed my cursor. Nice. Oh. It's been a lot. Like real-time strategy? Like you're talking like StarCraft, Warcraft, Age of Empires. Not doing melee. I mean, I like strategy games. I like strategy games with also a story connect to it. So like Marvel Midnight Sun, I loved. Played that through. Even played it through and when it was buggy and crashing every round or so. Any of that. All right. Do I need? I imagine I want to get the bullet toss. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up when I go drive and take Broheim home. I'm trying to think. I probably have heard of it. It sounds familiar. So I know you talked about it before. You're saying you're learning. The name sounds really familiar. If I ask my wife, because she was in band, she probably knows it. Russian roulette horror game. Huh. Interesting. Never heard of it until now. This is like a. Is it just a .io game, or can you download it? Have any auras? Don't want to lose. I guess I'll do this. Man, just somewhere down the line, I'll be doing elemental damage. And ay ay ay. All right, let's see what random traits I get. Learn this. So it's like the straight strategy is like a strategy rogue game. I don't think any bombs for a very long time. Even more bombs. Oh man. Oh, I'm being a silly goose. Getting too close. Yeah. I might take a gainer of it after, after I feel down, I'm gonna do as much as I can of Elden Ring with, Logia. And then in the meantime, when he's not around, I could probably give the game a shot. Shotgun roulette, whatever it's called. Buckeye roulette. Aye. Oh, I guess. Buckshot. It makes you want to go mana. Man. Oh. Oh man. Yeah. Need a better weapon. Oh, perfect. This I'm always consider standing. All right. Don't have any keys. Let me keep missing. That's all. Nothing to see here. Well, if I'm staying still, I get guaranteed critical hits anyways. Alright, what should I get rid of? Okay. Don't mind me having a run where the builds are very much all over the place. Up one of these. Ooh. I love this. It's like even if I don't have high intellect, give it a shot. Oh, this one's so good. Put that down. Do it. I don't have anything is saying it has to be ranged weapons, right? Perfect. How the frogs work is it just drops so many of them. Finally. Oh. Never mind. Mistakes made. Okay. Let's do it. Looks like I have a choice. Whichever one I get first. Be dependent. Ooh. Like that speed. Yeah, the effects are always pretty cool. All right, that answers that. I'm a married man. Right, so I can headdress can be something else. Always frogs. Yep, let's do it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Just the numbers. But just numbers. He convinced me. Never stop the frog babies. Oh, Monitia. Top of the Monitia. Evil. Crit chance, intelligence, elemental damage, attack speed. I like suppression. All right, my guy's fully evil. Not just any evil, he's pure evil. Yeah. Just the helmet's good enough. know which one to go with. And seeing those seals with guns brings me back to like playing Flash games. That kind of like reminds me of Flash game art. Yeah, I can have better. There's better though. This is nice. Oh. Oh. Manticore. What a fun name. Manticore. That's a fun effect. Sold. Hmm. Potent. Take it. Intimidate. Yeah, that's a keeper. When you're lucky hits intimidate. Let's try this. Frogs actually present did a lot more damage. Just like you get a lot more frogs per, I guess, attack. Man. ISO shield. Go to tavern. Oh, pawn shop, I mean. I'm such a silly goose. I'm trying to put arcane on already a magic using item. Yeah. Hmm. Let's see if we get a really good magic item. Oh, I don't think you hit the whole run. What are you? You must be your magic item? Rainbow staff. Ooh. Feel the colors of the rainbow. Ooh. I know. Evil. Okay. Wow. It literally drops a nuke. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's not that great. You know, I have all these weapons, but I think Still, this is better. Just takes so long for it to drop. There's that. I'm a luck guy. Funny is I think the frogs are still to the sheer number. Oh, we'll see. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought it was gonna give me at least a divine one, but okay, that's fine. Oh. Actually, I should probably get some new boots. Yeah, see, it's the frog, man. Get 'em, frogs! With my wooden sentries. Right now, I don't have any standing still. I'll just take that. And gone? I never heard of it. Sounds interesting. Just frogs. All right, pawn shop. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Nope. So proud of my frogs. So it's like I'm getting power from the minions. And these are also, so I'm getting tons of power from my minions right now. So that. I don't have any money. Well, that's a seller. Dex. I'll take the keys. Oh, he also so many good ones. There's a route launcher that I hope to get sometime for you to see. Don't want to spoil it yet. Power. Yep. What should I sell? I'll sell the Nimbus. Oh. A lot of good games out there. Hades is one of my favorite, which I highly recommend. It's hard. It's a great story. So if you can keep on going for a story and keep on like learning the background of all the characters, the narrative that are written, highly recommend it. Gosh, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of so many good games out there. What else is a good one? If you like Rogues, Risk of Rain 2 is always a winner. Play the garbage out of that game. The bomber. Ooh. So really good. How much I love to have 40% is better than 20%. Here. Oh. Oh. Sorry, man. So how was that Texas winter storm that happened a couple years ago? Yeah, I mean, like from my end, it looks like Texas shut down because of that. Like, the big ice storm that happened a couple years ago, like, crippled everything. Yeah. Sure. So I got the. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. So if I got this right, I can literally have my companions carry me. Oh, I gotta left for that to atone. That should, knowing this should really increase my damage. Not as lucky as I was before. My DPS should be through the roof. Nope. Come on. There we go. And if I do... Alright. So my numbers should be through the roof. Yep. Alright. Actually, probably would make more sense. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh wait. I did my numbers wrong. This was better. I don't have any auras. So, yep. My bad. I did my numbers wrong. Ooh. Alright, let's do this. Come on, come on. There we go. There, yeah. Definitely better. For some reason I thought that amulet only did 40% plus, but it's a full 100%. Is better than the companion. My health is fine. Potent. All right, fine. So I have enough. No reason to. All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. My Defy Death saved me. All right. All right, I shrink the Ichor. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess you can do the high heavens now. There's definitely in a world where there's Elohims. So as the Klinger do this, believes in there's one God who ruleth heaven and the earth, and the burning lake of fire is for anyone who just is against serving, loving your neighbor as Christ did, serving the other. Like the whole dualism, like the world has this conflict between this evil that is like 50% powerful and this good is 50% power. That dualism is actually more Babylonian, Gnostic. Do the bard. Oh. Huh. A Troubadour. Troubadour, I mean. Not Troubadour. Oh yeah, I beat it. But yeah, I was very close to death. All right. Let's see. Man, all these burning hell ones. Actually, I want to beat the heaven area, so I'll do someone which requires to go into the high heavens. There we go. So dancer, mystic. All right, mystic or gunslinger. It looks like. There for the beginning. All right. Baseball bat, fierce nunchucks. Oh, definitely don't have any armor for that. Do you like armor? But tech speed's also nice. All right, dip in 6 minutes, my friend. Actually, I forgot to tell you. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna be here about 15 minutes past the usual time. Oh, darn it. Ah. Fireballs. Pretty much I'll do all the elements. Makes me wonder if that if my helmet was what's giving me the lucky hit. Right. Oh. Were you saying something, Brahim? For no promises. If he was going to be here today, he would have been here already. He usually gets here around 4:30. Oh, didn't hit at all. Nice. Okay, you gonna give me lucky hits? Nope. Guaranteed to repeat. On Roblox? Oh, let me. I don't think I could put myself in offline mode mid game. Let me see. It's not going to work for right now. Hmm. Well, the second person mode will be from the view from the other person. It won't work. That's the thing. You can't technically like. There's no such thing as a second person shooter. If there's like a top down mode, you can see that, but that'd be a lot different. Hmm. Will do. Oh yeah, we're getting very close to the time we gotta go. We're staying a little later than usual, so we dip in about 10 minutes, my friend. Alright. Oh, get rid of Green Blossom. There we go. Give me money. Interesting. Right. We can. Disappointed that Jason couldn't hang out today. Catch you later, Game Legend. Gotta go now. Peace.